Hey all, my name is Akash. I'm here with CloudPoint, a Kubernetes consulting company. Now, one of the most common problems and trends that we're seeing as we talk to customers in this space, the biggest one that we're seeing is really around storage on Kubernetes. Different customers have different problems, be it managing databases, storage buckets, message queues, or even business tools. How do you do that in an enterprise-grade way, right, on something so dynamic such as Kubernetes? So when we talk about enterprise grade, there's a lot of considerations there. How do we ensure our data is resilient? In the situation of an availability zone or region failure, can we ensure that our data is still protected? In the situation of a disaster, can we do backups and restores, right? Do we have backup and restore capabilities? Are we able to shift and migrate our data from cloud to on-prem? What does data portability look like? If we need help, do we have that enterprise support? Do we have that community support? What does that look like? So all of these are considerations that we've taken for some of the most popular solutions for managing your storage on Kubernetes. And displayed here are some of that matrix of offerings and capabilities. So we've seen four predominant players in the Kubernetes storage space. The first two we'll quickly touch on because they're purely enterprise offerings. One being Portworx and two being Storage OS. Now both of them properly check marks all the boxes of those fundamental enterprise support needs, be it platform agnostic, DR capabilities, and enterprise support. Unfortunately, they do not have the they are not open source, so you can't really customize and you just don't have that availability. Pricing is not transparent, so you would need to reach out to an enterprise sales representative to really get to the bottom of the specifics of price. I'm going to dive deeper into the open source offerings because they are accessible to us. So the first one being OpenEBS. Now, what's cool about OpenEBS is it has an enterprise support behind it. The company Data, right? So if you needed to if you did install the open source version of the software, you can look to an enterprise to support you. So to dive into what OpenEBS does and what it offers. So OpenEBS offers a data layer on top of Kubernetes that allows you to natively interact with your data the same way you would with any other ephemeral workloads, right? Its architectural design is interesting. It focuses on leveraging local SSDs from the worker nodes. It pools those local SSDs together to form a storage pool. And then it has production-grade bits, such as ensuring data replication. You have backup and restore capabilities, such as through their Valero plugin, right? And because it leverages local SSDs, you don't have vendor lock-in, right? You don't rely on remote storage systems. You're very portable across clouds. Now, the installation for OpenEBS is straightforward. It's just a Helm install. There are a few prerequisite steps, but nothing crazy. You have that sleek Kubernetes native experience with OpenEBS. You can do things like kubectl get block devices. Installing other stateful applications such as Prometheus or GitLab is straightforward. It's simple as referencing its storage class, right? Rook is another great tool. It's fully open source as well. They call it the storage orchestrator for Kubernetes. What Rook really foundationally focuses on is enabling a seamless experience for installing Ceph. Now, Ceph, for those of you that don't know, is a highly scalable distributed storage system, right? Now, what Rook does is it offers that Kubernetes native experience for installing, managing, and monitoring Ceph, right? So beyond that, Rook also has really nice tie-ins for installing stateful applications. So you can easily install Cassandra, or you can very easily install CockroachDB, or even an object storage solution such as Minia, right? So anyway, this is the unfortunate thing about Rook is it doesn't have an enterprise support offering the same way that OpenEBS does, right? So that's a consideration you need to think about when you think about Rook versus OpenEBS, right? So overall, this is just a high level of some of the different offerings that we see for solving for storage on Kubernetes. Stay tuned for a more detailed benchmarking of all these various offerings, right? Where we'll really dive into some of the benefits of each of these tools. Anyway, thank you very much and have a good day.